Stratification is another concept which was discussed by Weber, and he focused at stratification uh, not from one angle but from multiple angles. So he is differing from Marx, he thought, where Marx thought that stratification is only based on economic factors. So economic factors may not be the only factor for dividing people into different strata. He disagreed with that. So it is, according to him, it is a multidimensional kind of concept. And he focused on three dimensions. One was economic, the other was status, and the third was power. So people can be ranked high on one aspect and low on the other. They might be high on two and low on the third dimension. So that kind of approach appears to be more sophisticated compared with what Marx was focusing at. So three concepts he introduced as class, status, and party. So according to him, class is a group whose shared situation is a basis for action by the group. Now, so shared situation. Now, what is a shared situation? So it's not a community, it's a shared situation by number of people. It might involve number of communities as well, number of groups as well. So he is talking about, let's say, three conditions for this social class. First one is definitely a number of people who have something in common with respect to causal components of their life chances. Life chances, what kind of life are they expected to experience? That might be with respect to life expectancy, education, let's say, occupation, and maybe similar kind of things. Second was economic interests in the possession of goods and opportunities for income. So that's the second important thing. So their goal is more of an economic one. That is, they want to have wealth, accumulate wealth. To what extent they can do it, that determines their particular social class. To what extent can they accumulate, or to what extent have they accumulated, that will determine their particular position in that class. So then the third one, he talks about the conditions of the commodity or labor markets, where goods and services are exchanged, and in many cases this exchange takes the shape of maybe a money economy. The second concept in the stratification is status. Status normally refers to communities or status groups. So social estimation of honor of the group. So the person's respect in the society, the prestige in the society. So status is associated with not with the income only, but with the lifestyle. Now that lifestyle might be having basis either in property, or it may not be having that lifestyle in the possession of the property. Now this lifestyle actually is representing some kind of consumption of goods consumed by the people. So there could be status hierarchy, and that status hierarchy, people might be representing different lifestyles. So, as I said earlier, money is not in itself status qualification, nor the lack of property is in itself a status disqualification. So we see the class exists in the economic order, status groups exist in social order, and the third concept is party. So parties are always struggling for, let's say, domination. they are looking for power in the society. They might be trying to accumulate that power and then exercise that power in the societies. And according to Weber, parties are the most organized groups in the stratification system. So parties usually represent different social classes and different status groups. So they are oriented to dominate in the let's say in the elections, and then in the decision making and the different power positions. So here Weber, when we talk at this level, we see that his action from a small micro level situation, he is moving to macro level kind of situation. So here action is dependent on bigger structures, and here he is referring to let's say party structure. Earlier I gave the example of bureaucracy, where bureaucracy might be considered as structure and the action might be governed by the structure of that particular bureaucratic system. Here the party structure might be determining the action of the members of the party.